How you doing? It's Khoa here. In this video, we're going to be covering Steve McKnight and Stu Silver's book called Millionaire. So, this book is all about investing in real estate. And if you're based in Australia, you'll know Steve McKnight wrote a lot of really great books called 0 to 130 Properties in 3.5 years, and then he wrote another book called 0 to 260 Properties in 7+ years. So he's a very famous author in Australia, and then he came up with this third book called Millionaire. And this book is all about the investing insights that he's come across over the past 3 decades. And this was done over a seminar, so it was like a seminar transcription, but it contains a lot of really fascinating insights into real estate investing. So I'm going to demonstrate some of the things that I learned in this book through my tablet. So let's go. Okay, so this book is a really great book, and it comes across, there's a lot of different insights in this book which I'll share with you in this video. So probably I'm just going to jump around because I wrote quite a lot of takeaways from the book. There's a lot of notes that I wrote in the book. So probably the number one thing is holding cash. So I want to share with you a key, which is holding. Okay, so there was a really good insight in the book all about holding cash. So what a lot of people tend to do is they tend to hold cash, so they would store it in their mattress or their bank, and they just wouldn't spend it. They're too afraid to invest in real estate. However, there's dangers of holding cash. If you hold cash for a long period of time, it will just get eroded away with inflation. And let's say that you've got 100 grand in there, inflation will eat it by 3% per year or 1%, whatever it is in your country, right? So if you wait for, let's say, 10 years, 10 years, that's 3 times 10, right? So that's 30%. It's a lot. You've lost a lot of percent from your you've lost 30 grand from your 100 grand if you just leave it, if you just leave it in the mattress, right? So what the book goes into is holding cash. So what you do is if you use that money and put it into real estate, the real estate will eventually grow by whatever return it is. It could be 6%, 12%, and it'll beat inflation. So therefore your money will become a lot more valuable. So holding cash was a big one for me. And there was another really good insight, which was 3 ways to manage risk. So there was another really good insight called 3 ways to manage risk. And what Steve does is that he names it, he numbers it, and he numbs it. So there's 3 ways to manage risk. So what Steve does is that he names it, he numbers it, and he numbs it. It's a bit hard to pronounce there. So let's say that you're dealing with a real estate investment opportunity, and you're getting scared, as we all do, right? We get scared about investing our hard-earned dollars into an opportunity. So what you do is you name it. So here it is. Here's the name of this risk. Okay, the name of it is I'm afraid that once I buy the property, I won't be able to rent it out because it's in a regional area. Okay, great. Okay, so vacancy. You're scared of that vacancy. And you want to number it. What would be the costs of you losing rental per year? Okay, so it might be about 10,000, 5,000, 20,000, whatever it is, right? So you want to put that number there. Okay, so what's the worst thing that can happen? If I were to buy this property and I can't rent it out for a year, how much money would I lose? Okay, and you work out that if it's in regional, it could be about 10 grand. Okay, so let's say that I lose 10 grand, right? 10 grand, a bit scary. Okay, what can I do? And then the next part is numbering it, right? So how do you numb this risk? Well, $10,000. It would be painful if I lost $10,000. What else can I do with that? Well, what I can do is I can probably work harder in my job. I can probably take a second job, and I'm pretty sure I'll be able to get that $10,000 back. Or if I get a side client, get a few clients on the side, and I can probably get that $10,000 back. Okay, cool. So therefore, you've managed your risk there. So if you were to go ahead with it, and if you were to go down that risk, you know exactly what you need to do to handle that risk. However, on the flip side is that if that risk doesn't happen, which is really cool, you'll get that profit, you'll get that investment opportunity, right? So that's a really good way to manage risk. So there was also another one called 3 ways to make money in real estate. So there was a question asked for Steve and Stu, and there was a question that said, there's only 3 ways to, how do you make money in real estate? And then to summarize the 3 decades of real estate investing, they came down to these 3 things. And number 1 was that you have to find, you got to find the right property right? So you got to find the right property, you got to find the right strategy, and then you got to find the right timing. So if you get those three right, then you'll be able to profit quite a bit in real estate. So if you find the right property, then you can probably get positive cash flow from it. Fantastic. If you find the right strategy, it could be positive cash flow, it could be capital appreciation, whatever it is. Fantastic. And if you time the market, let's say that you buy the property at the bottom of the market, fantastic. And therefore, that's how you make money. And there was also a really powerful insight in which you can make money through real estate. And there's two different types of people in the world. There's the passive investors and there's also the proactive investors. So the passive investors, they will let the market tell them what to do. So if it goes up, fine, I'll buy a property, whatever it is, and so forth. But the proactive investor actually works every single day towards making the property profitable. So if they might have a dud, they might have a poor performing property, right? But if they're a proactive investor, then they'll do things for that property to make it profitable, despite what the market is doing. So they might be able to raise the rent, they might be able to put some money into the property that will increase the value, they might be able to do some renovation, they might do something, right? So they're being more proactive. So it's not just about finding deals, they actually make a deal from it. So it's not just about finding those deals, it's also creating those solutions. For example, if you're looking at a rundown property, then you might be able to fix that property up, and then that becomes a solution for someone just to move in quickly, and then you'll be able to rent it out. But you can come up with your own different solutions, and that was really insightful for me when I read the book. There was also another really powerful insight, which is time. So what Steve said in the book, he said that if you were, what he did was, when he was working as an accountant, he took the plunge and he quit his accounting job to focus full-time on real estate investing. And he said that if you want to get world-class results, you can't put your part-time, you can't put like a bit of time into a particular hobby and get first-class results. You can't do that. You have to put in a lot of time. So the more time that you spend looking at properties, the more chances are that you'll find these deals. And if you're not spending that much time looking at properties, making offers, and just inspecting and so forth, you're not going to find deals, you're not going to be able to find opportunities. So if you are really serious about investing in property, you need to be committed into putting in a lot of time into your property investing efforts. So I highly recommend this book. It's a really great book. Millionaire, 170 incredible investing insights guaranteed to boost your property profits and have you laughing all the way to the bank. I know it's a bit salesy, but it's a really great book. I highly recommend for you to check out Steve's other books first. Read those other books first and then go through this one. This one's really the icing on the cake. And there was a really good quote I like from the book. It's unrelated to property investing, but Stu talks about that laughter is the great melodies of life. And I really like that quote because no matter how serious it can be when it comes to property investing, it's a very serious job. You're buying properties, trying to make things profitable and stuff, but don't forget to have fun along the way. Just have some fun along the way, crack some jokes. You're trying to build a future, I get it. It's a big job, but try to have some fun along the way. Okay, so anyway, hope you have fun reading this book. It's a great book. Highly recommend it. Go check it out on Amazon, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Cheers.